Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship Normal Prize for our first episode in a new series for the channel, which I'm calling Homeworld Mod Spotlights. Pretty much the point of this series is we're going to be uploading this once a week on Saturday, like today, and we're going to be checking out some other Homeworld mods that aren't part of the main mods that I cover for the channel, which is Complex and FX Galaxy, which are both amazing mods, and you guys should totally check them out yourselves. But anyways, today we are checking out the crap. I don't have my notes. Notes. Why did I minimize my notes? There we are. We are checking out the Homeworld Race Expansion mod. Now, before we actually get into this, I'll give you guys a little bit of story. When Homeworld Remastered was first announced, I was 100% ecstatic. I was like, holy crap, we're going to get Homeworld on newer graphics. It's going to no longer have issues because of the fact those games are designed for older operating systems. We'll be able to have weird missions where we have like Kunn-Lan versus Som-taaw, or like the Beast versus the Vagar. We'll have so many cool matchups. We'll have so many cool campaigns. And when it came out, it was great. But they said that they weren't able to add Cataclysm races into the game or the Cataclysm campaign in due to unable to find the script or whatever. I forget what the whole fiasco was. But eventually doing some digging and checking out like the mods and whatnot, who've actually told me that the main reason why they weren't able to add Cataclysm in was because Homeworld Remastered is pretty much just a heavily modified Homeworld 2 engine, which made me extremely sad because I figured that they would make a brand new engine that could support everything. But that's just me being optimistic apparently. But this mod proves that it is totally possible to have all that stuff doing. So if we go here to player versus computer, you will see that we can play the Beast and Som-taaw all within the same universe. We can also have random Homeworld 1 units, random Homeworld 2, random Homeworld Cataclysm. I don't think there is... Oh yeah, they were actually working on the campaign for Cataclysm, which we will probably check out, but I don't think there's much to do. I think it's just kind of a trailer. But it would be interesting to see how well the things have come out. But we are going to do a skirmish match. I'm going to be as Som-taaw, and we will fight the Kunn-Lan, because that sounds like a good matchup. Put the enemy on standard. And this is going to be about a 30-minute recording where we're just going to kind of check out everything about the mod and see what we want to do. I'm going to go ahead and set the unit cap to high. Resource multiplier is still on high. Starting resources we'll put on high. This is just to help the build thing go up a little bit faster. We'll put the enemy. Oh, an enemy can be on dynamic. We'll keep him on dynamic. Bounties on low. Complete research, no. Resource injection, we'll set that to 2000. Just to kind of let the game go a little faster. And everything else looks good. I believe there were a map or two in here from Cataclysm that was imported to this mod. Tree of Life, that's Homeworld 1. There it is. Armed for Burial. Yeah, this is a Cataclysm map. We'll try it out real quick. If I remember, this is an 8-player map. And we'll put the enemy on a team, and let's go ahead and start the game. Cataclysm sounds. So, when we get in the map, we start out with a naked Kunn-Lan mothership. Kunn-Lan mothership. Carrier. I think that's actually what this is. And
destroy enemy mothership.
Considering the fact this is imported from Cataclysm, I don't think there's any like rework or whatever. There might be, because it actually looks pretty darn good. Like the textures actually look really good considering how old the model is. So anyways, let us go ahead and move you up here.
Command ship is underway.
Command ship will actually put you in the middle. Carrier, put you here.
Worker here. Hauling rock.
You guys all harvest.
Worker here.
Command.
So yeah, just like in Cataclysm, the first thing we really need to do is to build our hangar.
Beginning construction.
This will allow us to build the big, our big capital ships like the processor and all these things. And I did do a test game before I started recording this, and I'm actually kind of impressed at how much this actually feels like, you know, the Cataclysm the Som-taaw fleet. Like when it comes to our units and when it comes to like what we have to do for this guy. They've done a pretty good job with this.
Worker ready.
Why are none of my workers going to here?
Carrier here.
Carrier.
Accepting now.
I guess we'll move here. And another cool thing that I do like about this is, if you see here, our unit cap is 250, but it also depends on our support units. Now, because we can build our, where the heck is it? I think it's over here. Yeah, our support modules, which increases our support capacity.
Nothing else in range.
And I believe the way they have it set up is our support capacity is based off of how many ships we have. It's not based off of like, because like in Cataclysm, a fighter is worth 2 support units. Your destroyer is worth like 35, I believe.
New research available.
And there's our hangar module.
Completed.
And now we can research fighter drive. And I believe the other ones also unlock. Or I think we have to research fighter drive first. Yeah, because I think that's how it actually works in Cataclysm. And now let's get...
Beginning construction.
I can actually just queue all of these, since we started out with a bunch of money.
Beginning construction.
Get us a couple of recons for some fighter defense.
Kunn-Lan.
Interesting amount of health. 173,333.
Research complete. New upgrades available. New fighters available for construction.
Okay.
Beginning construction.
Give us some of those. And now we can get our advanced fighter drive. Our frigate drive, and I think you need frigate to get destroyer drive.
Construction completed.
And we can also get linking technology.
We're awaiting orders.
Construction completed.
Nope.
Worker ready.
Okay.
Ready.
So let's go ahead, scout on the enemy.
Moving out.
New research available. Construction completed.
Okay. And now we can, or we're researching frigate drive. We can now get afterburners and support systems, because that was our engineering module. And I think that's it. Yep, and we can get repair and salvage ability from our workers.
Resource injection received.
So let's go ahead, queue those up, get support systems.
Research complete. New upgrades available.
We still don't have any frigates or anything we can build, because all of these things actually require the research you need from Cataclysm. So frigate drive, advanced ion cannon, afterburner for your ramming frigate, frigate drive and microship construction for your high frigate. Wait, there's crystals? Can we harvest these? Okay, the map I was messing around with was just a normal Homeworld 2 map. I haven't actually played this map yet.
New upgrades available. New Corvettes available for construction.
Moving out. This is the Som-taaw warship Kunn-Lan.
This is a Som-taaw warship, Kunn-Lan. Yes, it is. And let's see. Getting advanced. We can build our ACVs. Now, I don't think our acolytes actually have the ability to link together
Roger, command.
to become ACVs like they can in Cataclysm. I think that's a limitation of the engine. Woohoo! High frigates. Yep. Get those all going. We might as well research everything. I'm trying to show everything off. I need another scout to actually go all the way up here. Now, I don't think the other teams have the ability to actually mine a crystal. I don't even think we have the ability. I don't remember how to actually research that. Maybe we have to salvage it. That would make sense. Salvage it like debris. Have we gotten our... We do have our salvage technology. I do need to build ourselves a processor. And start building our support modules. Actually... Oops. I wanted to do that. Let's not build our support modules yet. Because I kind of want to... I want to show you what happens when you get your unit capacity too high. So let's build a bunch of ACVs.
Beginning construction. Ready.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a button we can actually click. Oh, we can! Okay, so here's our support units.
New upgrades.
We're at 167 of 250.
Research complete.
So that does...
Research available. New
It does actually work like Cataclysm. Holy crap, this is awesome. So we're building our processor right now. We have 250 support unit possible. Now obviously I know they had to kind of mess around with this in order to get to work right. Because Homeworld remastered limitations. But I kind of want to mess around with that and see what actually happens. But now we can build... I want to wait till our processor gets built, then we'll build more stuff. Yeah, we can get our armor upgrades. Because we got our armor module going.
Resource injection received.
So that went up to 176. So yeah, that's actually working pretty well. So now I want to see what happens when we build a support module. We can also build support modules on our carrier. And the cool thing is, they'll actually show up. So this is what the Kunn-Lan looks like so far.
Roger, command.
We do have some units coming in.
Target locked in.
We've got a situation.
Got a group of scouts coming in to attack us.
Bounty received.
Let's put you guys in X formation, evasive. Your fighters, you work better with your speed. You guys, I want you to be in wall and aggressive.
Ready.
They seem to be running away.
Construction completed.
Okay, now that we build a support unit,
New research available.
I didn't really see a difference. Okay. I'll pay a little bit closer attention to that this time. Siege cannon and energy cannons. Woohoo! No, let's get... We need advanced ion cannon. And we need our missile launcher upgrade. And sentinels. And I'll show those off here in a second.
Construction completed.
Okay, so the support units, or support things, reduce the amount of support units you have, which then increases your capacity. Okay, so that's a pretty cool workaround.
Research complete.
I like that.
New frigates.
I don't think there's actually any way to capture the
Underway.
crystals.
Upgrade.
There might be a possibility where we have to destroy the crystals, and the debris that comes out from the crystals we salvage. That's a possibility. I have a feeling that might be what we have to do.
Roger, command. Target locked in.
Let me check real quick. Yep, looks like we have one of our hive frigates made. He looks pretty cool. I mean, all the models that they transferred over to this expansion look really, really good. So, You can tell that they are the older models. These aren't like remastered models, but they still look really good for what they had to be able to do. And now obviously he has the drone ability, which all he's going to do is just summon drones. That's what he does. There's a large crystal here.
Construction completed.
This is the Som-taaw warship Kunn-Lan.
We can capture the big ones, but we can't capture the small ones.
This is the Som-taaw warship Kunn-Lan.
There's nothing left out here.
Drive's on full.
Cool.
Kunn-Lan.
Let's see what happens when we do that. So the large crystals are definitely capturable. I mean, I gave the orders to capture it. We'll see what that actually happens when we get there. Let's see, what else can we actually build right now? We don't have our mimics, which I've tested mimics. They work pretty well in this game too. We haven't built our destroyer class yet. Let's see, do we have the mimic technology going at the moment? We do. Let's go ahead and get that one done. Build a mimic and kind of show that one off.
Research complete.
Alrighty. We are currently broke at the moment, but once we get some money, we'll build a mimic, and I'll kind of show you what they do. Yep.
Roger, Command.
Looks like we have a small fleet of scouts coming in. Let's go ahead and see if we can take care of them. I think they're going after our harvesters. All these Kushan scouts.
Strike group under enemy attack. Supporting friendly units.
Oh my.
We're under fire.
These guys are acting like Corvettes? Good. That's what they're supposed to do. Well, so far the enemy has only been bringing in scouts, so I'm not sure how well they work with this mod. But, might regret that in the future. You guys get over here.
Bounty received.
Okay, well at least now we have some money to build a mimic. There we go.
Awaiting orders.
Alright. So here is our mimic. Now, if you guys remember what they do in Cataclysm, the mimic can disguise himself as an enemy ship or an enemy asteroid or a friendly ship to try to trick the enemy into doing they can trick the enemy by disguising themselves and then bringing like surprise attacks and whatnot. Well, in this mod, unfortunately, we can't disguise ourselves as an enemy ship. Wait. Why do you have drones? Okay. But we can
Resource collector awaiting instructions.
disguise ourselves as an asteroid. Which is the drone icon for some reason. And now we are a movable asteroid. Which I love. Now, MCVs don't actually work at the moment. In Cataclysm, a mimic could disguise himself as a enemy fighter, Corvette, or an asteroid. MCV can disguise himself as a large asteroid or a frigate class ship, because they have a lot more emitters. But MCVs don't actually... Well, let's build one real quick. I couldn't get it to work last time when I was testing it. These guys are getting close. I'm going to see if they can actually capture this.
Construction completed.
Okay. So here's our MCV. Yeah, we don't have any way to actually trigger the disguise, so they don't really do anything. Not at the moment. So go ahead and retire yourself. Alright, getting close to getting to the asteroid. I believe... Yeah.
Resistance encountered.
Alright. We captured the asteroid. Oh, do we retire it? That's actually pretty cool. Since we don't have a way to actually harvest the asteroid, because in Cataclysm, you had a phase. I forgot what it was. It was some sort of tool that only production level ships could have. The processor, carrier, and mothership could have, and it allowed you to what's the word? It allowed you to process the very dense, energy-rich material that a phased assembler array couldn't handle because it was too rich. And then you just took the asteroid back to the, or crystal back to the mothership that processed it, and you got a crap ton of resources. So it looks like this mod found a workaround where what you do instead is you capture the crystal, and then the crystal comes back to your mothership, retires, and then you get the resources from retiring the crystal. That's a good workaround, because to come to think of it, how would the other other races be able to capture the crystals?
Moving out.
It would be really, really, really difficult. So I don't know how to get the small ones. I don't think the small ones were ever implemented, because I don't have a way to actually capture it. We could destroy it. That's an idea.
Roger, Command. Target acquired.
We'll try that real quick. We'll see what happens when we destroy the small crystals. And then hopefully it explodes in a bunch of debris, and then you salvage the debris. Now let's go ahead and get our destroyer going.
That's all of them.
Oh god,
Ready for orders.
big explosion. So destroying it,
Collector awaiting orders.
Ready.
destroying it did not yield anything. Okay, so the small ones just aren't implemented yet. Oh hey, here comes some
Resource
frigates.
Operation reporting enemy contact. Friendlies under fire. Moving in.
Roger, Command.
Carrier here.
Let's go ahead and bring everything up here.
Assume combat station.
So they are building more than fighters, even though a lot of things they have are anti-fighter.
Combat stations look sharp.
That's okay, our destroyer will be built here shortly, and I'll be able to take short work of these guys.
Operation reporting enemy contact.
Fire.
Interesting. Kunn-Lan just screamed fire. Alright,
Understood. I've been looking for a fight.
Where's the
you
escort?
guys launch your drones. I do like the fact that's actually animated. That's awesome.
Supporting friendly units.
Here they go.
Resource collector.
There
awaiting
go all of the
instructions.
drones.
Assume combat stations. We're under fire. Watch your six.
Worker here.
Construction
Your
complete.
destroyer just got
Alright,
built.
stay with me now.
Drives
Here
on
he comes.
Resource injection received.
Supporting friendly units.
Ready.
Wingman, tighten it up.
Alright, destroyer.
Enemy contact. Resource collector.
There you go. Launching its missiles, using its kinetic cannons. We still haven't upgraded the energy cannons yet.
Getting banged around here. Hold and engage. We've got contact. Assume combat
Aggressive, please.
station. We have incoming. Got a situation here. Wingman, tighten it up. Reading contact.
Kushan, or the
Contact.
mothership's like, you dare challenge me with your puny little assault frigate team?
Watch your six.
Here comes a large crystal.
Stay on top of them. All breach. All breach. We're under fire. Light fire confirmed. Cabin pressure dropping.
Frigate destroyed.
Stay on top of them.
Cool.
Contact confirmed. Roger that trailer. I see him.
Alright,
Friendly's under
let's
fire.
go ahead and start redoing our research.
We're under fire. Strike group reports hostile contact. Drawing heavy fire. Stay on top of them. Taking damage, fleet. Alright, stay with me now.
You guys take care of the little scout squadron.
Frigate destroyed.
Roger, Command.
Upgrade complete.
Here we go.
Bounty received.
Alrighty. Large crystal is almost there.
Bounty received.
Looks like they're running away. They killed what they wanted to kill.
Roger, Command.
The processor is attacking. Indeed. That crystal docked yet?
Assume combat stations.
It's so close. I want to see how much money that gives us. Went from 2,700 to 9,000, so it's not quite as much as it was in
Resource collector awaiting orders.
Beginning construction.
it's not as much as it was in Cataclysm. I think that gave you 10,000 in Cataclysm, but still a pretty good amount. Okay,
Upgrade complete.
Resource collector awaiting instructions. Enemy neutralized.
so let's go ahead and build the Sentinel, because actually the Sentinel in this mod works a lot different than Cataclysm. In Cataclysm, you can get a bunch of Sentinels together and it'll make a shield around you. Sentinels in this one are more or less a giant defense field. They're very slow, but they
Research
can
complete. New fighters available for construction.
but they can help out a lot because they reduce the damage, I think, of everything around them. So we'll get that going real quick. Advanced destroyer drive, and we'll get our energy cannon that'll allow us to build our Dreadnought. We'll also build our leech real quick. So a Sentinel, I believe, has a permanent defense field.
Stow that container block. Resource
I haven't quite figured out how it works, but I think it goes down as you take damage. So it does work like the Sentinel in Cataclysm in that aspect, where the shields will absorb damage until they get to a certain point, then they'll overload and flip off.
Underway.
So these ones will stay on forever. But in return, the Sentinel does do a little damage, but I think as the shield is active, he can't do damage. Okay, our energy cannon's about to be upgraded. This will increase the damage of all of our ships with the projectiles.
Research complete. New capital ships available for construction.
And I believe it works the same as Homeworld Cataclysm, where they'll start homing. But like if I tell my guy to attack him, you'll soon see now he's got energy weapons. So cool. And now that we got that going, we can now build our Dreadnought, which I will build one to kind of show off. I'm reading these descriptions here as well, and it seems like we'll have to probably test this. Probably not this episode, but we come back to this. But it seems like that they changed their turrets to flak turrets, which I guess would make sense. So they don't do a whole lot of damage, but they're good against fighters. I'm assuming. I don't really know though. I have to play this mod a lot more compared to actual Homeworld Cataclysm to really make a difference on that. We're also going to be building a ramming frigate. I kind of want to see when we get in combat how well these actually work, and if they actually do damage, if they run into the enemy ship, if they actually do run into the enemy ship. It can be interesting. I'm really curious to see if they were actually able to make this work the way it's supposed to. Alrighty, our ramming frigate is built. It's exiting out of the mothership right now. It's over here. I was looking at the wrong side.
Roger, command.
And yep, that's a ramming frigate. I always thought that these two gigantic, I think this is like a cooling system, because this weapon at the bottom continuously fires while this thing is actually jammed into whatever it's supposed to be jammed into. So I think this actually cools down this weapon so it doesn't overheat while it's firing for like 1 minute. But I always thought this was like a gigantic cassette tape on its side. Don't know why. I just always thought that's what it was. But anyways, kamikaze. Yeah, let's actually see what happens. Let's test it with one of our ships. What happens if I tell you to ram into the destroyer class here? Oh, and our Dreadnought just got built. It's right over here. Cool. We'll check that out in a second. You don't actually do anything. I wonder if they don't have the ramming thing programmed, or does it have to be... It's got to be specifically. It does work. It doesn't animate, but it works. It moves the enemy around.
Moving out.
And uses its laser when it runs into the enemy. There is no, like, this is supposed to retract and, like, look like it's jammed, and then this thing comes on. But it works. it does its job.
Roger, Command.
That's pretty cool. Anyways, we also have our Dreadnought here. With, oh yeah, the Leech. I gotta show that off too. So here's our Dreadnought. We got 4 main cannons, we got 6 missile launchers, 2 heavy ion cannons. Now, as you can see, this one's rotated behind. I can actually show this off right now. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff.
Ready. Target locked in. Ready. Fire.
But this back one is supposed to actually just stay in the back. The reason why is the repulsor gun right here gets in the way of this ion cannon, so it can't shoot forward, it can only shoot in the back. Alright. I want you to get down so you don't accidentally hit the command ship.
Guidance failure. We're losing control. Drawing heavy fire.
I like how the enemy's just bringing a bunch of assault frigates.
Bounty received.
It's pretty funny.
Resource injection received.
But now, I believe... Oh, I still got that paused? Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and go. Get our siege cannon going. I'll show that off. And then we'll go take the fight to the enemy. And then we'll check to see how the beast plays in the game. That's next up on our list. Yep, they're running away. I think they realize we have too much firepower now. How much damage does our Dreadnought do? 3,300? Destroys through 2,200? That's about correct.
Bounty received.
Oh, I never built the multi-beam frigate either. I need to get that built.
Ready for orders.
Alright, good job, boys.
Stand down from combat stations.
Stay right here.
Ready. Ready.
I also do like the fact that the Dreadnought has almost as much health as the Kunn-Lan.
This is Command.
That's
Ready.
actually impressive and makes a lot more sense to me because of the size and the fact that this is a battle cruiser. It has heavy armor because it's designed to go in battle. Where the Kunn-Lan is more of a carrier class, more of a high-level production carrier class. It's not necessarily a mothership, but I always call it the mothership because I'm just used to the main production ship in Homeworld being the mothership. So I say it more of a force of habit than correction. Also, the support units that we build actually show up down here. So if we had more money, I would actually build all of them to show you guys. But the multi-beam frigate is about built. The multi-beam frigate actually works like a multi-beam frigate. It's pretty cool.
Research complete.
And our research just got done. I believe that was our siege cannon, which we can build, and works. And I'm going to show that off before we end this, before we end the Som-taaw side. But yeah, the multi-beam frigate, if any of you guys don't know, it has, I think it's 5 ion turrets. These ion turrets are fast-tracking flicker turrets, so they shoot very quickly. And they track really quickly, so they're not really good against capital ships because they don't stay on long enough to really do damage against capital ships. But they're really good against fighters and corvettes because they can track small targets really well. And those ships don't have a whole lot of health, so they can get tracked, they can get killed really easily. So, anyways, multi-beam frigate. I'll go ahead and show you off. So yeah, flickers really quickly, has the same side effects, or sound effect. The enemy is back.
Target locked in.
Let's go ahead and show them off. While we're waiting for a siege cannon to get built. Let's go, multi-beam frigate. Ow!
Friendly's under fire. Moving in.
The destroyer hit me a couple times. Hee. Now they're like, run away again! We realize we're not powerful enough. Oh, and we also got our armor upgrade, and as you can realize, armor increases your maximum health. In Cataclysm, what it used to do was reduce the amount of damage you took from beam weapons or projectiles or whatever. It just reduced the percentage amount of damage you would take. And in Homeworld 2, in order to compensate for that, because there's no such thing as armor in this game, they just increase your maximum health.
This is the Som-taaw warship Kunn-Lan.
So 216,000 on the command ship, 200,000 on the Dreadnought, and 76,000 on the destroyers. Makes sense. And here in a bit, we'll get our siege cannon built, and we'll start taking the fight to Kushan. So I can show off the siege cannon, and that's probably... Oh, wait, is my leech still alive? It is. Okay, I'll show off the leech real quick. Now, the thing about the leech in Cataclysm, what it was used to do was to spy on the enemy. It can actually go to the enemy and be so small, and it would be so small that it wouldn't be detected by sensors. And also, they're unmanned crew. They're completely drone-based, so any type of sensors that detects heat or whatnot wouldn't notice them. So they would go to the enemy ship, and they would land on it and either spy on the enemy, vent out some of the materials and actually damage the ship over time to the point where it would actually be destroyed, or they could take some of the materials off of the ship and bring it back to the mothership and use it as resources. So that was one of the 3 ways you can do it. In this game,
Worker here.
since we don't really have that ability, where is my leech? It's so small I can't even find it. It has a permanent cloak ability, which basically means, hey, they're starting to bring some stuff in.
Target acquired.
Which basically means it acts as a probe, a cloaked probe that you can move around. I think the enemy has to have advanced sensors to tech it up, or to detect it. But there it goes. But yeah, in this one you can't use it to destroy the enemy. Kunn-Lan, staying aggressive.
Command ship is underway.
This is looking good. Stay tight.
I know you like to get in fights, but stay over there, dude. I don't want to accidentally destroy my mothership. Woohoo, the destroyer's dead, which means they're going to start running away. Like the vermin they are! Alrighty, our siege cannon is ready. Perfect timing.
Moving on.
Now,
This is command.
we do, I think it's this button right here. It's called electromagnetic pulse, but it's actually the siege cannon. We are going to move in.
Kunn-Lan.
Probably,
Command ship is underway. Roger, command.
there's our leech. Where is our enemy?
Underway.
Now, I don't think the leech has as big of a sensor range as the recon, which makes sense. But it can't be detected unless the enemy has some sort of way to detect it. But it also can't do anything else other than scout.
Kunn-Lan.
Okay, so instead we're gonna use it
Fire.
against this little army coming in. The thing I wanted to attack got too far away. So instead, we will attack this group of frigates. There it goes. Here it comes.
Destroyer
Dun
under
dun.
attack.
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Boom.
Construction completed.
Well, yep. Siege cannon. Very powerful.
Bounty received.
It has a recharge rate of 360 seconds. I think that's actually like 400. So a little bit over 10 minutes. But it is just as powerful as it is. Wow, it did a decent amount of damage to my ships too. I think it disabled the engines on my Dreadnought.
Roger, command.
It disabled. Okay, so that's a cool side effect. So any super capital ship that's in that blast, it'll disable their engines. I actually like that. That's pretty cool.
Roger.
Because now they're sitting ducks. But anyways, that's it for the Som-taaw team. Let's go ahead and jump into the beast side and see how they do. Alrighty, we're playing on the same map, but this time we're playing as the beast. Yes. I'm gonna make sure I have this up. Okay. The beast.
Destroy enemy motherships.
Now, when I was messing around with this is one of the things I found really cool in this mod. So, as the Beast team, you can focus on certain aspects of your ship, and by doing that, you will start taking damage of your ship. So you can focus on thrust to make your engines more powerful and your maneuvering engines more powerful. You can focus on your turrets to make them more powerful for a while. You can focus on research to get research done quicker, or you can focus on your build, which will allow your ships to be built quicker. This doesn't cost anything, it's just an ability, and it'll tell you what you like to do your default system with this one.
Technology available.
So now what's going to happen
Collector awaiting order.
is our ship is going to slowly start taking damage, but if we go to research, which we will focus on fighter drive, it goes really quick. And then anytime, if you want to go back to your normal, you can click this, and now you can see our health is starting to go back up, and our research is going at a slower pace. Now, another cool thing I found out about this is also the voices. Also, another thing I found out about this is in Cataclysm, once your health gets down to 50%, it'll automatically go back to default. This one does the same exact thing. If you still have this on, your health gets down to 50, it'll automatically switch back to default on the fly. If it doesn't do it automatically, then all you have to do is just hit default again.
Research completed.
But it'll still act like it's on default. Anyways, so we can build the interceptor. Let's go ahead and research attack bomber, cloak fighter. These ones we really don't have to worry too much about. Missile corvettes are amazing. Cruise missiles. Now I have been checking up on this, and currently the Beast Infect weapon does not work, but they are saying they are working on it. So that would be amazing if that actually does work. So let's get a bunch of research going. I want to go ahead and set mine back on to research so we can get all that going quicker. Whatever those words are. And yeah, once some of our guys get done, we will go ahead and I'll tell you about them. So our interceptor did get built. They look pretty darn cool. But it's just a pirate and infected interceptor. That's all it is.
Technology available.
Alrighty, here's the attack bomber. This is just an Untitled infected attack bomber. I don't really need to show these guys off because they work just like a normal Titan attack bomber, just infected with the beast. Okay, and there was a technology I just got. Oh yeah, that was my support module, because I was curious to see how much this adjusts with the beast support module, because they're a different value than the Kunn-Lan support module. I think for beast it's 8 per support module, where for Som-taaw it's 6. But I might be wrong on that. It's been a while since I played normal Cataclysm. So let's wait for this to get done. Also, as you can see, our health is getting lower and lower because we're still focusing on research. Trying to get all these matched out as quickly as I can.
Research completed.
Technology available.
Okay. I think that went down 6. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to it. There's a chance it went down by 6. But yeah, see now everything is 0 since we're back to 50%. So you just have to hit that. And now it's back to normal. Yeah, we have a limit to how many cloaked fighters we can build. Yeah, it makes sense. Cloaked fighters can be a little OP. So here's an infected Kunn-Lan cloaked fighter.
Research completed.
Cool.
Available.
Now we'll build our missile Corvette, and we'll just go down the line as things get built. But yeah, if you ever played Cataclysm, all these units are exactly the same. So this guy can cloak. He only has a limited amount of cloak, but then I think when he attacks, he decloaks, because I think that's how the Kunn-Lan cloaked fighter actually worked. And here is the Tyrannic Raider Missile Corvette, which is one of my favorite ships. They all attack exactly the way they do. This guy works like you think he would in Cataclysm. Shoots missiles and flies around the enemy.
Technology available.
Exactly what you think a missile Corvette would do. Now, like I said, the infection weapon doesn't work, so the cruise missile, I think all it does is just do a bunch of damage. It doesn't actually infect anything, sadly. He also has very little health. Which, I mean, it makes sense. It's just a giant missile. Let's go protect our guys. Being attacked by... I made the enemy Titan, so being attacked by Titan scouts. Now he's running away. Like the vermin they are. Now the other ones we have are multi-gun Corvette and heavy Corvette, which these work just like they would in normal Homeworld Cataclysm. Multi-gun Corvette is really good against fighters. Heavy Corvettes are really good against other Corvettes.
Research completed.
Technology
I think Missile
available.
Corvette is not great against fighters and Corvettes, but it's good against both of them, where multi-gun Corvette specializes in fighters and heavy Corvettes specialize in Corvettes. I'm really looking forward to like maybe doing a match one day where we have like all of the AI on the map. Might be something we do in the future. We'll see. Alrighty, we just got the Iron Array frigate built. Here it comes out of the Beast mothership. This I think is still one of my favorite. I think this is still one of my favorite ion cannon ships because it's literally just a giant satellite with engines and a giant particle cannon and going all the way down its bow. That's all it is. It's just a solar powered particle cannon, just like in GDI what they use to destroy Nod. But this one doesn't have the cloaking ability, unfortunately, like it does in Cataclysm. That could be a balancing thing, or it's something they just never actually implemented. But there it is. Now, when do I need to get Field Frigate? Because I don't actually know what the Field Frigate does in this one. I think it acts like a gravity well. I'm not entirely sure.
Resource injection received.
I don't really know what it does.
Nothing but gravel out here.
We'll find out. I'll build it and we'll find out. Alrighty, we have a defense field frigate built and looks like you're limited to only 3 of them. Anti-mutations field. Huh, I don't really know what this thing actually does, to tell you the truth. It looks pretty cool, but I'm not too sure what it actually does. Maybe this prevents others from beast infecting you? It's a possibility, but I don't really know. Alright, our heavy cruiser's coming in. It hyperspaces in for some reason instead of being built underneath the mothership, but oh well. Probably because that's not animated yet. But I like how that engine looks. That looks very terrifying, black with red around it. But yep, here's the Titan infected heavy cruiser. Looks just like it normally would. And it has all its weapons like it normally does. All its 6 kinetic cannons and its 4 ion cannons in the front. Pretty cool. Now, the only thing about the Beast side is I'm not exactly sure how they would improve their technology since they can't infect enemy ships. I'm sure what they do right now is you would actually have to capture an enemy ship and then retire it, and then you would get its resources. I don't know if that's implemented either because I haven't tried it myself. And I'm also not sure how the Kushan and the Titan and all them would upgrade their weapons to energy. I don't know if that comes with a research, or do they have to capture a Som-taaw ship in order to get that research? I don't know. I do not have that answer. But anyways, this is everything the Beast has to offer at the moment. This is all of our ships. And yeah, so I think that's going to do it for me. Like I said, there is a campaign. I haven't actually tried it, haven't really checked it. We might... Nah, I'll leave it for you guys. You guys can check it out if you want to. But anyways, guys, this has been the race expansion mod for Homeworld Remastered that adds the Beast fleet, or the Beast team, and the Som-taaw's team from Cataclysm into the game. So you can play them against Homeworld 1, the Homeworld 1 factions or the Homeworld 2 factions. Pretty cool. And here comes some assault frigates from the Titan. Pretty interesting. Let me see if they actually use their energy things with us.
Friendlies under fire.
Nope, they just use normal projectiles. Okay. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been a mod spotlight, and yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will have a link to in the video description of this mod if you guys want to check it out. It's on Steam. Just click the link, hit the download button if you have Homeworld Remastered installed, and use it and select it in the launcher. That's all you guys gotta do. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you did. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. But until then, I guess we should end it on the heavy cruiser. There we go. Until then, guys, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Baker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.